Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AAA podcast. I'm Adam Ives, and I'm here with my co-hosts Aaron Wagenheim, Alex Radke, and a special guest, Max Lockett.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
Woo! Good to have you on here.
I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Of course. A little about Max. He is a basketball player, high school basketball player, class of 2023. Social media, I don't know what the word would be, but just like
The public figure.
influencer. Nah, you're not. What do you think about the influencer word, anyways?
I mean, influencer, when I think of it, I think it like influences the younger generation, and I don't think I influence the younger generation. I think I try to just put myself out there, use whatever following or platform I have to let people know what I'm thinking, let people know what I'm doing in life, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. That's just how I roll with it, though.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it for sure.
Yeah. That's positive. So you play for the Spartans. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I went to a new AAU team. I called you first thing when I got that call.
Yeah, I
Remember
remember
when it was?
that was like May, maybe?
Yeah, around there. And best decision I've made in a while. This team is like, they're new and they're good. Really, really good. They're tough. That's the main thing is like those guys will not break and they all really, really want it. They don't kind of want it.
It's a good culture.
Like that whole team wants a D1 offer. And
A lot of the guys are getting them.
the whole 22 team, they all have D1 offers.
Right.
So 23 is right next. We just had a kid named Gavin get an offer from UMass. And I got a call, an interest from UMass. So hopefully I'll be getting an offer. That would be a blessing. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Soon, bro, soon.
Hopefully soon.
Dope.
So with Spartans, you've been playing all around. You've been playing Connecticut, Rhode Island,
Everywhere.
New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Like, who are some of the biggest names that you've played against, like schools that they're going to, and also players that you've been playing with on the same team as? Like, what's it been like playing?
I mean, well, the main guy's Donovan.
yeah,
That dude is 7'2", offers to freaking Notre Dame and Syracuse, anywhere you could think of. And he's gotten me a lot bigger, stronger, better all around, and that's just a huge thing that I'm doing working with that guy. I mean, he is different. That's the only word I got for him. I've never seen a guy that freaking huge and be able to finesse people the way he does. So him, I try not really to pay attention to the names on the other teams because to me they're just players. It's like it's a war, battlefield. You don't got to worry about the name of them. Just
Not being a fan.
beat them. Yeah, don't be a fan. I wouldn't care if it was Mikey Williams. It's like he's a player, and that's kind of how you got to look at it. If you get starstruck, you're going to get your ass handed to you. You're going to get put on overtime, Bleacher Report, and look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So,
Has there been a moment where you're just like humbled playing against like a really good player on the court?
first time I really had that moment. I played with Expressions, and there was a guy named Terrence Clark who was going to Kentucky.
Oh shit.
And Terrence, man, we were playing up. He just freaking kicked my ass so bad this one play. I'm a big man. And Terrence is a guard, but Terrence is my height.
Yeah.
Well, back then. I think I'm a little taller than he is now, but
He's explosive.
this dude just went one-on-one right by me, windmill dunked it.
Yeah.
And I was
Did that
just
get
like,
on overtime or anything?
Nah, I was in a practice.
Oh,
I'm glad. I was on overtime, though. I went to Oak Hill, and Cam Thompson has stepped back in my face. But those are,
Yeah, it's part of the game.
yeah, Cam Thompson's verified. And it's just like, those are the kind of things that, look, it happens. It's basketball. I mean, I'm going to be able to do it to someone else one day. And that's kind of how I look at it. So it's just a cycle. It's a cycle of ball, cycle of life. I mean, that's just how I think of it. But being able to play those guys, this is incredibly humbling.
Yeah.
It shows you, like, hey, man, these are the top dogs. Like, these guys are set in life. They're going to be living in mansions, driving nice cars, all that.
Damn,
So if that's what you
crazy.
want, you got to be like them.
That's the bar. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a bit of a reality check for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. I mean, you got to get your ass handed to you enough times to actually start handing ass out, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's a good point.
yeah.
You got to have someone show you how to do it before you do it yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm blessed beyond belief to have opportunities like that because I've seen the top dogs and I've played them. So I'm like, hey, if someone says I'm good, then I'll be like, I'll take the compliment. I'll be like, thank you, but I'm not nearly as good as what I want to be because I know what I want to be. Like, I know how good those guys are, and I know I'm not even a fifth of the way there yet. So
How would
It's
you
gotta work.
say how would you say you've developed over the past couple months playing with Spartans? Like going into that, you definitely saw a huge opportunity for yourself. Do you think you've really like taken advantage of that?
Hell, I mean, mentally, I've matured a lot, and I don't even think much has changed physically. I think I might have gotten a little bigger, a little stronger, but I've learned how the little details are the biggest things that matter, and that is the best advice I can give to anyone who's trying to get better at basketball. Is the little details are going to make the biggest difference. And it was something as little as my pivot foot, like what direction I'm going to go in, or my drop step, if I'm doing it the correct way, or how many dribbles I should take. Don't bring the ball down low, rebound with two hands. Once I started getting those little things down, I started getting a couple more points, a lot more rebounds, a couple coaches looking at me, and I wasn't just a tall kid anymore. I was a kid who had skill, and that's what coaches want. And there's a lot of big guys out there, but not a lot of them have skill, and a lot of them are really clumsy. And it's just because they don't have those little details.
Solid fundamentals.
Yeah. For you getting that opportunity to work like that before your sophomore season, that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, freshman season, I was clumsy. And I look back at the films, I'm like, all I wanted to do was just, like, pound the ball into a guy and make it. It's just like, now I look at it, I have arsenal of moves I could have done.
Yeah.
And if we have a season, if I'm at Northampton, then I'm excited because I could really display at least what I've learned and take advantage of it and hopefully kick ass. I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So
it's a good way to track your growth.
So I know it's kind of funny because this is not a sports show in any means. I don't think we've mentioned sports on the past couple episodes at all. It's mostly been like music.
Yeah, it's a good change in pace though, because I talk about music all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but something that we have talked about is like social media. I know we're all on social media, involved in some way or another.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, today, milestone, you reached 100,000 followers on TikTok. So
that was pretty sick.
Whether you like TikTok, whether you hate it, that's still pretty cool. So
Yeah.
That deserves some credit. But you definitely have a presence on social media, and like, what do you think about? Obviously, having that presence is important, but what do you think about that in general, just social media and your use of it?
Mine is different than others, and I've come to learn that over time. I have to be a hell of a lot more responsible with what I'm posting and I learned that. I mean, last year I'd post just about anything, and now that I realize, hey, there are people that will be offended. There are people that will take that as an insult to you or them or anything, and there are people that are adults and coaches, and if you're acting like a little kid, if you're acting stupid, don't put it on social media. Don't do something that will get you in trouble. And I've come to really, really learn that. And my friends, they can post what they want sometimes, and I know that because look, they don't have some of the people that I have on social media, and I don't even know who I have on social media sometimes. They'll follow, and maybe I don't see it, and it could be a big deal. It could be a UConn coach, something like that. And you post something stupid, you just lifting the middle finger up, it could take away an offer right there. Something as stupid as that.
Accountability.
Yeah, you really never know, and you gotta remember that, like, the way the internet is now, nothing gets deleted. Everything
never goes away.
Everything stays forever.
Never goes away.
And it could just be one small innocent thing that you think is nothing, that it just doesn't really matter, but someone might look at it and just go, well, I don't want to interact with this person in any way or give them opportunities for whatever they're doing.
Yeah,
I'm lucky enough to. I'm not a mature kid in any sort of way. I'm not saying I'm mature, but I'm lucky enough to not have been a total idiot my whole life and not have something come up from the past. So I'm lucky, and I can't speak for everyone because sometimes there have been guys that really big on social media. None really come to mind right now, but some guys really big on social media. Something came up from their past, bit them. Actually, there is one I remember. I don't know if you guys know Meg Nutt, the TikToker.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, basically her news got leaked.
Oh,
and
no.
it was bad. I don't know. It was bad. It was I remember I looked on one video. My friend told me about that. I was like, oh, it sucks. And one video, there was probably every single comment was like the profile picture of that nude. Every single one.
Yeah, it can really fuck up your entire life.
Especially like models. If you some models just absolutely blow up, and then something like that gets leaked. I mean, that's detrimental to their mental health. That has to be horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really lucky to not have something stupid out there like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like the past 2 months have been like kind of crazy with social media and everything going on, like BLM
Oh
and
man, yeah.
just like COVID. I don't know. There's just a bunch of issues going on right now in
Yeah.
this country, and I feel like there's a lot of people who are active constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How are you? I feel like there's a lot of like interaction between you and some of the activists on like Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. How do you deal with all that?
So I always try my very, very best to be respectful.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to come at you, call you something, call you a name, make fun of you. Because at that point, you're not helping anything. There's nothing. You're causing more problems, more negativity. And I vouch for, I want positivity. And I hate to see people sad. I hate to see people mad. But right now we're in a state of anger. A lot of people are really, really mad, and rightfully so.
Yeah, I
Totally
feel like
rightfully
everyone's
so.
trying to like point a finger.
Yeah, and it's like the problem that I have a lot of time is if this person doesn't agree with me or I don't agree with this person, it means they just can't, like, they can't talk to each other. They have to yell at each other. They gotta be mad at each other. They can't be friends. It's like, and that sucks. It's just, it turns it into like a bit of a war, and you get angry glares. People talk bad about you, and it sucks. But I got really, really, really good at not caring about that, because you show them attention, you show that you care, you show this and that, then they take it as a weakness almost, and they like capitalize on it.
Yeah.
And you got to hold your ground. You got to believe what you believe in, and you got to, if you want, speak your mind. If you don't speak your mind. But some people who aren't speaking their mind, they get hate for it even.
Yeah.
Guys who don't say anything on social media, they're like, well, you got this platform, why aren't you saying something?
Right.
So not everyone's ever going to agree. And honestly, I don't think ever in history everyone's going to agree on one thing.
No.
True.
And that's just something that's difficult, but it's something you got to accept and live with. So
I think just being yourself, like unapologetically, people will just respect.
if I said something wrong and I knew it, maybe I didn't know it at the time, but I knew it, I'd apologize. But
Yeah.
I know I haven't said anything wrong in my opinion, and I have a lot of people that agree with me, and there are those who don't. And if they don't, I get that. That's totally fine. But if you're gonna talk bad about me, then it just makes you kind of just kind of makes you an asshole, not so much of a.
There's
someone
also
arguing.
when someone disagrees with something that you say, seeing their side of their opinion, and I think that's something that you do.
Yeah, I try.
Seeing where they come from is a huge thing, and whether you post about it or not, just thinking that is just a huge thing, especially when you're in your position.
100%. And I had so many talks, a lot of talks with people from my team, even who are of African American descent. I've had talks with older citizens who've been around, things like that. And I've learned a lot, stories, everything. And I try to educate myself, not based off the news. I try to educate myself based off, hey, someone who's lived in this area a long time, what was their experience? What was it really like? And what is it like nowadays?
Yeah.
And always be respectful no matter what is my biggest thing. Because if the minute you're disrespectful, then your word's not credible. And that's just how it is for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Learn to have conversations, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if people could just sit down. There's a show I really like. I don't remember what it's called, but they force these people who disagree on a subject. Not force, but you're in a room.
Oh, I've seen that.
Seen it with
it's
the
like
chairs.
the line or
Yeah.
oh, the
line,
chairs. Yeah.
Chairs. They talk.
It's on
and
YouTube.
Yeah, I love that show. I love it.
I know exactly what you're talking about as well.
Some people come in really aggressive, some don't. But I mean, the conversations that some people have, they're beautiful. I love watching them. And then sometimes they come to an agreement, and it's like, wow, wow, it's crazy. But I mean, I sometimes try to have a conversation like that, and some people, they're not gonna hear it.
At this age, it's a hit or miss.
It's just like some people. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna be like I'm mature. Nah, but some people are just immature. They don't believe in it. Then they're gonna scream at you, and they're gonna cry about it. They're gonna repost you on your private story and call you a racist or sexist or anything like that. And it's like,
I think it's just like failing to come to a common ground.
I mean,
not everyone's willing to do that.
Yeah, I just find it a fallback plan when you don't want to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
They fall back on that, and that's their way of getting out of something. But
Right.
I'm always willing to talk with someone one-on-one, whether they literally hate my guts. I'm fine with that. I'll have a talk with them. It's cool.
The other thing, at the end of the day, you mentioned this before when we were just talking, how social media for some people, we were talking about TikTok, is their whole lives, but this is not your whole life. Obviously, basketball is your biggest priority. So, like, you don't want to let, no matter how much shit is going on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, you don't want that to let you affect you in other aspects of life.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I would never ever post something stupid, and that's the thing. Is like, if I'm ever gonna post something that is controversial, then it's gonna be about something that it's a big deal nowadays. Not something little like, hey, Friendly's doesn't have ice cream, like screw them. But it's like things like that, and responsibility is such like a thing. And some people will say, hey, he's not responsible with social media, and some people will be like, yeah, he is responsible. But for me, nothing has happened to me, nothing that's gonna happen, because I'm not gonna do something stupid, and I'm mindful of that. I know what's on my social platform. I know who's watching, and I know I gotta behave. I gotta be almost grown, because I can't be a little kid. Can't be like a jackass, you know.
At the same time, like that's great. That's a great mindset to have, but you should never like be too hard on yourself, because I feel like everybody makes mistakes, and nowadays, especially with like cancel culture and everything, it's just like I think we're trying to like normalize the fact that people don't make mistakes, which is not realistic. Everyone slipped up. You're gonna slip up countless times in your life. Like,
I agree with that big time. And it's like, when I gotta rephrase what I said there. I'm trying not to slip up. You know what I mean?
Do your best.
Because you don't want to mess up, because you're not wrong about cancel culture. That's the thing. And
you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it's like I've been tried. People have tried to like cancel me, and they said, "Oh, Max Lockett's canceled," which is like, that's fine, but like,
stupid.
I'm like, I don't think I'm canceled. I'm here. I'm doing my thing. I didn't say anything wrong. If you don't agree with it and you're just gonna say I'm canceled, then what are you doing? Like, really, what have you proven? Nothing. Nothing.
I don't even like.
You've proven nothing.
Like, the fact that people think they have the authority to just make that happen. Like, it's another human being. It's their life. What are you What are you gonna do? Like, cease to make them exist? Like, what the fuck does that even?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people try destroying your reputation, and like, as you guys know, and I'm chill talking about this, but people tried to destroy mine. They tried to make me out as a racist kid, and people, look, it's my word versus hers, and that's really what it's become down to, because that's what it is. And it's like, I don't want to be sitting here saying I didn't say it. And by the way, for the people that don't know, I was accused of saying the N-word, and it's like, I know what the truth is, and that's all I care about. And as long as my friends know what the truth is, and as long as my family know what the truth is, all I care about. And if my word is credible, I'm fine. I'm good. And if you want to believe what she's saying, this is the thing, and this is what I've heard. It's a witness came up to her and said I said it, and I'm like, okay, well, if you think that, or you're making it up, then you should be 100% sure before you say something. And if you're making it up, then that's literally illegal to one point. You can't make a malice claim like that and put me on social media. And when I responded, I made that clear, because I'm not gonna be a little kid. I'm not gonna be like, oh, she's a liar, like blah blah. No, I'm like, hey, this is the real world. Like, can't do stuff like that. Really, you can't.
I think, just not taking like social media too literal, especially TikTok, because I feel like I personally don't have TikTok, but I feel like the culture. There's certain like parts of TikTok that are just like TikTok.
100%.
They're just like super like.
I mean, it's a comedy app. Like, I'm pretty sure. I can't. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the genre that it's in is comedy.
Yeah,
like,
it's supposed to be entertainment.
I just think a huge part of it. Like, I know some people that they just put like really controversial shit because it'll get them likes and views. Like,
it's turned. The app has really turned. I mean, when I had it a really long time ago, I wasn't caring about it. I didn't even make videos, but it was funny. It was like David Dorbick, whatever his name is, like goofing off and making videos, and I saw like magic tricks. But now when I hop on, it's like, oh, like this, like Democrats, all this. It's like, oh, like back and forth. It's just like a political debate, and it's like I hate it. I had to make a beater account, which is like another account just to go get off. Yeah, is it called that?
Burner,
I thought it was called a beater account. Yeah, man, my definitions aren't great. For some reason I thought it was called a beater account, burner account.
You probably could call it a beater.
What now with all the stuff going on about TikTok? What do you, as someone like an actual creator on the app? None of us have it. Actually. what do you think is going to happen with it? And Instagram Reels, with that being new, like, have you
I
posted
saw
Reels
that.
at all?
I saw that. No, I have not. My friend her name's Claire Northfield. She has 1.2 mil on TikTok.
Wow.
Shit.
And yeah, she got big. She really got big. And then on Instagram, she's got like 120,000. She started posting her TikToks on her Instagram Reels, and her everything's blowing up more. She gained 100,000 followers in a week. So,
Wow.
So for her, she actually had, like, with TikTok, it's fairly easy. It's not easy, but it's easier. It's the easiest app to come out so far to grow a big following.
By far, yes, by far.
Except for maybe Vine back in the day, but it's different.
Yeah.
For her, growing a huge following of over 1 million people, like, how has that affected her?
So when I, hopefully she doesn't see this, but when a long time ago, she was at 80,000K. She made a TikTok like, who's gonna bring me to prom? And I was like, I'm gonna be a simp. So I DM'd her, and then I started following her, and we were just friends. And I mean, holy shit, it just blew up. She started posting more videos. A couple videos got a couple million views.
Damn.
And then she hit 1 million, and now like a month ago she hit 1 million, something like that. Now she's at 1.2,
Jesus.
and it's like big, blown up.
Yeah.
And she started off modeling, and the opportunities that have gone for her are crazy. And she's a creator. She loves the app, loves her fans, loves all of that, and I respect her to the ceiling. I think she's a really, really good person. She's very responsible, and she's a smart woman. Like, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
So that's just someone that I admire when I see on TikTok, because that's someone who's changed her life by herself on a social media platform doing her thing. So, yeah.
That's good.
Now, I've talked to you about this, Adam.
Yeah.
The whole, like, music thing. There were countless months where I was like, you gotta get on this.
I mean, here's the thing. As someone who initially had sort of a bad, like, someone who had a bad rap with TikTok, because the only things that I saw from TikTok were just these videos that weren't funny to me and that I just thought were annoying, and I thought they were all very similar, and so I was like, I don't want to be on here. This is not a platform that I want to represent myself on. But there are also these people who are actually genuinely talented, who are just trying to share their craft with other people, and so it's like, it's hard, because it's like, do you want to be on the same platform as all of this other stuff that you don't want to see?
100%.
But like, you can grow a huge following, and it might benefit you in the future. So it's like, it's hard to think about.
Yeah, and honestly, not everyone's gonna agree with what I'm about to say, but the least talented people have the most followers.
Oh, for
like
sure.
100%. And I will say this, like, people think, I find it offensive when they say this to me. But when they say your only personality trait is your height, I'm like, well, it's the only thing I post.
Yeah.
But it's gotten me 100,000 followers. And if you base my personality off my TikTok, then you don't know me.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. And it's like, look, I'm not on TikTok for my personality to be shown.
Yeah.
I started doing TikTok because, look,
It's just entertainment.
I've met a bunch of people, friends,
And
like opportunities open.
It's a good way. You found a niche.
Yeah, it was
Which is
fun.
just making funny videos, like hitting your head on a ceiling.
Yeah, it's something as simple as that, something as stupid as that.
But you found that, and you were able to see some success with that. And whether that's like, that's not a huge thing, but there might be one thing that comes out of that, whether it's just like a connection that you make, or
it's
maybe a
really,
brand,
really,
or,
really weird. And I've even had like coaches be like, "Oh, he's a big kid. Let's hit him up."
that's
So,
good though.
It's like,
That's
it's interesting. It's like,
benefiting you. so
yeah, and I just find it like so funny. Not even funny. I almost feel bad, because for some people to actually get mad at me for posting videos about that, and they don't even know me, or they want to comment something, like, look, it doesn't affect me. It more or less makes me feel bad for you that you're taking time out of your day to say something about me doing well on a social media app, and the reason I'm doing well isn't cool in your opinion. And I'm like, okay,
It's your opinion.
it's your opinion, dude. You're not the one with the followers. It's like, if you were, then I'd be like, okay, well, you got your own niche. Like, I could be like, reason Summer Rae's famous because she's hot. Like, it's just the way things are, or that's her niche. And it's not even her niche, but like, people don't know her like that. But people don't know me like that. So
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, people are gonna say what they're gonna say, and
No.
if you let it affect you, then you're just gonna go crumbling down.
That's
but
something that Gary Vee. I know everybody
Gary
here
Vee.
is familiar with him, probably.
Love that. Dude.
And he's been really promoting that, especially because his grown a super young audience, and with all the TikTok stuff, he's promoted that so much, and he's made it kind of like a realization to a lot of people that like the whole hate thing on social media, it's more just like people are starting to deal with it now so much better.
Yeah, it's honestly more or less jealousy. Some people will literally say something so you'll stop so they can feel better about themselves because you're doing well. And it's like, if people don't want to hear that and they're going to call me cocky or ignorant for it, that's fine. But deep down, why would you say something on my TikTok? For what other reason? And if it's to get a laugh, then okay. How was your laugh?
It's hard too, because I feel like people who don't know you personally, have never met you. Yeah. Kind of myself included, because I didn't know you like that well yet, even before our class together. I feel like if social media is all people see you on, it's just easy to like misunderstand you. I feel like
100%.
I feel like you especially having like that kind of audience, for not everyone who knows you and the stuff you post, it's just easy for you to be misunderstood.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, people on a screen are going to be different than what they're going to be in like in real life.
Yeah.
Like no one's going to be the same. Like I might be a goofball that hits my head on a wall, but in real life, I try to take things serious. Like I try to talk about politics sometimes. I try to talk about movements. I try to talk about sports. I try to do other things besides
just being a funny guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, to me, it's not even funny. I think my videos are some of the stupidest things ever made. Like really, and people will be like, oh, like finally you're admitting it. Like I've never denied it. They're stupid. But stupidity is what gets you big.
Yeah.
Like the only talent I see on TikTok is like magic tricks or skateboarding
or sex.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like TikTok is such a weird app where it's more quantity over quality, and that's how you get big. Yeah. Like, I mean, when going back to Claire, when she started posting like 6-7 videos a day, and it was just her dancing. Like she can dance, and that's like.
I just feel like there's maybe 3 or 4 specific things that you can do either on Instagram or TikTok. That will just get you famous because that's what people like to indulge in when they go out for entertainment. Like they're trying to see one thing. Yeah. It's like either to make them laugh, or it's attractive, or like it's somewhat beneficial for
inspirational.
For
100%. Yeah. Exactly. And people just want to start TikTok. I mean, it's such a weird app to the point where if you post 7 videos, those videos might get 30 views. They might get 20, 10. And then you might just get a video with 1 million views for no reason. Like, no reason. Literally, I'm not even kidding. Weird. And, like, this kid's really cool. I've seen him a couple times on social media. A kid named Noah Levine, something like that. I knew he had a couple videos on TikTok that are pretty big. I knew that. And then I'm scrolling through Instagram yesterday. He's on Overtime. And I'm like, Overtime? Oh, shoot. Like, that's a big deal. You get on Overtime. Like, I've been trying to get on Overtime for freaking ever. And he just gets on it off of a TikTok video. I look at the TikTok video, it's got like 2 million views. And he's got like 11,000 followers now. And it's like, jeez, man, like crazy things can happen. Yeah. Especially because TikTok translates to Instagram, and Instagram sometimes, I mean, TikTok translates to Instagram and YouTube. And it's both because you can click that link and it says Instagram and YouTube, and that's how people grow. Yeah. And I mean, it translates to other things. I feel like Instagram translates to Twitter a little bit. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, TikTok is like the app. Like, if you want to grow it all, everyone who knows how to grow will say TikTok, like first thing.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be interesting. The only thing that I see with TikTok is like, I don't feel that the audience that you build is as loyal on 100,000 followers on TikTok versus 100,000 followers on Instagram is like an astronomical difference.
The thing about TikTok is like, I feel Instagram's
a lot more personal.
Yeah, Instagram is like, you gotta be looking like a god on your Instagram. Like everyone wants their best self on Instagram. TikTok's a little different. Like you can like not put something on cool for TikTok.
The other thing is with the algorithm, it's basically impressions. Like an impression on the post, that on each post will just grow it the more you get. Yeah. But with TikTok, one impression counts from every single like. Even if you just swipe past the video, that still counts as an impression, rather than like Instagram. An impression is like if it's a photo or video, like a video, you have to watch it for like 3 seconds to have an impression on that. So it's a much more loyal like fan base that you can build on Instagram.
Yeah, 100%. Instagram is like, those guys are gonna comment, those guys will DM you, those guys will do this and that. TikTok, I mean, you might see that person once and you might follow them and you might drop a comment, like the video, and never see them again. You don't really follow their content because some people follow like 9,000 people on TikTok.
Yeah,
some people
crazy.
are like addicted to it. I only follow my brother because like that's how little I really am watching TikTok. Like I said, I agree with Adam. I don't think it's really. There's some things I find funny on it. Some of them are cool, but most of it's just like.
Yeah, and you got other stuff going on too.
Yeah,
it's not your
like
whole life.
David Dobrik without a shirt, like dancing in the mirror. And it's like I don't really want to watch that.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like a good motto for TikTok is like, don't overthink shit.
Yeah, it's so simple. Yeah, it is like these simple, and like I ups and downs about TikTok. I think partly it's pretty toxic, and then part of it's just like, just do what you want on
TikTok.
it. Like, do what you want. Like some people are so scared to make a TikTok that their friends will like bully them, and it's like
TikTok houses really be beefing these days.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't even follow up with that. Like I'm not even like on the news.
Yeah.
The crazy thing that I saw was that I think TMZ or one of the one of these like paparazzi groups they normally like cover like actors, Hollywood actors, you know, these crazy big celebrities, Drake, you know, and they have a YouTube channel where they post like paparazzi videos, and the ones that they would do, and they stopped doing those actors and started doing TikTok kids, and their growth was just like insane. They would get millions of views every video, and compared to like a couple 100,000 on like Drake.
Have you ever watched one of those TMZ?
Dude,
they're the cringiest things I've ever watched in my entire
I
damn life.
think I've seen one of them.
it's like
yeah, you're
invasion
right
of
on
privacy, like borderline, dude.
that. Yeah,
It's so bad, man. I have to turn those off. I can't keep watching those.
Yeah, Max had a good point before though. I just feel like the most average people who do the best at making themselves look like celebrities are, that's where I feel like all social media is going. It's just like average people making themselves look like they're famous.
I know.
It's like less of people who actually add value to like other people's lives. It's really just like it's all about you.
Confidence, man.
Yeah, it's. All,
I mean, I think
feel like
about it.
Like,
yeah, you can go. Sorry.
It's like no, it's like just crazy. Like it's so narcissistic. Just like the entire culture on TikTok, especially.
Yeah, no, I think about it. And it's like Charlie's the most famous TikToker right now, but she's a pretty average girl. Like
they're all average people.
Yeah,
that
they're
are just,
they're
like,
normal
attractive.
people. They're normal. They look like crazy on social media. They look like something like made of gold. But imagine if they had nothing, like no followers, nothing. Say Charlie was sitting here right now. It's just
they have like rich parents.
Yeah, Charlie, she's pretty. Obviously, she can dance. Like, I'm not saying she doesn't have talent, but at the same time, it's like.
Didn't she release a song?
No, that was her sister. Dude.
Oh,
her sister. Yeah, I feel bad for her sister. I mean, I don't feel bad for her sister, but like being in the shadow of your little sister. Like, imagine being in the shadow of your little sister. I mean, that would suck.
Adam, there's a lot of opportunity there. You know, maybe produce what's her Charlie D'Amelio's next song.
I mean, it would be fun. It would be really against like all of my music morals, but it would just be like. You'd get a hell of a bag from that. Like.
Oh man, just thinking about it. Like I was looking on a sound one time. You could save sounds, and it's like I looked at the sound. It's trending sound, and it was literally the name of it was Charlie D'Amelio use this sound. And I was just like, man, she has an influence. Like it was trending, and the name of it was
Charlie's one of the only people I've seen from TikTok. Even I don't really have it, but that will actually. Keep no matter what happens to TikTok for the rest of Charlie's life, she'll have something going. She did a Super Bowl commercial.
She is
what
set.
The fuck?
She is set forever. Like she died 8 times, she'd be set.
Yeah.
But I mean, Charlie is like, I sometimes feel horrible for her, man, because sometimes like people can be so rude to a girl who's like 16, dude. I'm 16, and I'm just like, jeez, man. Yeah. Some of the things that you'll see in a comment section, even not to Charlie, just random things. Are horrible.
No, there's a lot of like misogyny on
and there's
TikTok.
like body shaming
warriors.
sometimes.
Yeah, like when you see it's like when you see attractive girls just doing dancing on TikTok.
It's like the comment section.
Comments are so toxic.
Yeah,
it's like you gotta remember these are real people with like feelings.
Exactly. No, and I think about it. It's like sometimes I'll be on TikTok and there's like all these comments and there'll be something. Then I like take a second, I step back. I'm like, yo, there's an actual person behind that profile that's saying something. Like I just try to think about every single person in that comment section. What if they just like in this backyard right now, and I got to talk and look at every single one, and that's a crazy thought to sometimes think about because it's like, say a video. I had a video that got really big, and it's the one that got me to 100K. It was 2 days ago, It's at, I think 700,000 views right now, and it hit the For You page, man. It was cool. But it's like it got a ton of comments. Some were like most of like pretty much random girls commenting their height. That's pretty much the majority of what my TikTok is.
Jeez.
And then there are some people who are just like, oh, your height's the only personality trait, and it's like it's like the only thing that I sometimes hear. Like when it's like a hate comment. It's supposed to be a hate comment, but it's like you're not wrong. It literally on TikTok, like it's the only thing I do. Pretty much. Like, if I have another video, yeah, maybe a couple views, but not the way the height videos get. And the height videos are really stupid, but they work. So.
Yeah.
So, what would you say? Now, this is more general. After we talked about the basketball stuff, the TikTok stuff, all the social media. What are some like goals of yours in the next couple of years? Like, I don't. It's kind of a long time, but like in 5 years, where would you like to be?
Man,
today, like this could change, obviously.
I don't even really know. I put some random things down. There's a lot of things that I want to do. Like, I feel like you're given life, and if you're not doing something with it, then, man, you're wasting it. Like, you're really wasting it. And as a kid, you need to set it up. You need to set your platform up so you can be huge when you're an adult. And that's my goal. I mean, I like to be known, obviously. That's something I feel like is cool. And then the goal, obviously, is to get to a good college, and see where things go from there. Kind of want to move somewhere warm, because I kind of I love and hate Massachusetts. Like, there's some things I like about it, and a lot of things I hate about it.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, my whole point is, and I know I'm 16, I probably even shouldn't be saying this, but I'm trying to set up a really sick future for my kids.
Yeah.
And something like that. And setting up a future for me, too, but, like, I want to live a nice, long life, and I don't want to be working, no offense to people, but at a McDonald's, just like my whole life, barely getting by.
Yeah.
So I'm trying right now to make myself really known, so an opportunity might come out the blue, and it's like, hey, here you go. Like, you work hard, and you work really, really hard. You'll go places, and you'll go this, and you'll make a bag of money, and people will know you, and that's like, I want to be like I don't really know if this is the right term, but like the man of the house, like the guy, like the guy, and I run everything because I built everything.
Right.
So that's what I want.
And you mentioned being known. Is the end goal obviously having some success in your career? I mean, obviously major success where you're able to like live freely and provide for your kids, whatever, live like a kind of a lavish lifestyle.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal.
Yeah, but also, are you looking for fame, or are you just looking for more like a successful?
I don't even really know how to like define fame, because it's something I've also kind of learned over time. Is like what makes you famous? Is it a blue check? Is it when you hit the K? Is it any of that? And a lot of people will say Charlie D'Amelio's famous.
It's more just about who you're around. Like you could just be like have a super tight, close circle of friends and feel famous, but nobody else knows you.
Yeah, you might be small town hero fame. Like you could be like a peak in high school.
I think there's a different. I think there's a difference between like having fame and having a following.
Yeah,
like I feel like a following is people who are like tuned into what you're doing and they're supporting you. Like they're very engaged. Fame is just like people know who you are and like your name goes around. It could be positive, it could be negative. You never know.
I mean, it's really, like I said, there's no way really to define it. But my best way of defining it is a following is when you got a K behind your number, and a fame is when you got a blue check next to it.
Right.
So if I would die for a blue check, I think that'd be that'd be just so sick.
That would be sick. Yeah.
That would be really, really cool. And it's like, I know people with a blue check, and it's like they don't act any different. Like, and I'm lucky. I'm really lucky to know people with a blue check. And some people have like 1,000 followers with a blue check, but I still consider them famous via a following, because it's different. Like,
blue check is more like you've done something.
You've done something that like it is so difficult that like
I think it's super validating.
It's just like a present almost that like social media gives to you. Like, hey, you've done it, you've made it,
you've earned a blue check. You can kind of finesse getting to some fans. And
I mean, if someone follows me and they're verified, I'm like, holy shit, that's sick. And if someone follows me with a lot of followers, I'm more or less like, that's pretty cool. But I'm not like, ooh, verified.
Yeah.
So, yeah. True. Like, there are more people with a big following than there are people with a verified check. That's how I put it.
Definitely.
So.
Well, anything else? Anybody else want to touch on anything?
How long have we been going? I always say this, but like I want to know.
Yeah, we can keep going if you want.
Anything you want to shout out? Your Instagram. What's your Instagram? Maximus Lockett?
Yeah, Maximus Lockett. TikTok's Maximus Lockett.
Put it in the description.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like, you look up Maximus and L and shit come up.
All right. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
It was great having you on.
Hey, man, I really appreciate it.
A lot of fun. Definitely some more guests in the future.
Yeah,
for sure.
More episodes coming soon, more consistently.
We're gonna be on this grind, hopefully.
Yeah.
We always say that, but you know.
Check out the last episode if you haven't, even though it's not uploaded yet as of now. But you know,
well, it'll be up before this one.
Yeah, it'll be up before this one. Either way.
Word.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening or watching, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
For sure.
See you.
All right, see you.
Thank you, guys.